Ta-da! Welcome into Crochet Life and Stuff with Debra. I'm Debra. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome in everybody else. It's great to be here. As you may have seen on my fancy schmancy sign here, this is the second edition of this little podcast thingy, and it's the Laptop is Dead edition. There will be no edits. This is all going to be in one take, mistakes, warts, and all. And I have notes. Now, if you've ever seen anybody's handwriting like this before, it's going to be tough to read them because that's my handwriting, and yeah. As far as crochet stuff, always fun to talk about. I am wearing a finished object that I showed last week. I have added the button that I was going to add here so it doesn't slip off my shoulders, because it does tend to do that. This was the Super Simple Shrug from Jeannie at On the Hook Crochet. Love it, excuse me, Jean at On the Hook Crochet. I've got Jeannie on the brain because I've got a Jeannie to shout out today. Also, speaking of shout outs, the Jeannie that I want to shout out is Butterfly Dreamz Crochet, and the Dreamz has a Z. I'm going to have everything linked below if I can figure out how to do it on my phone. She's got a really cool giveaway going on. I'm not affiliated with it, but I have entered it. Hello. And you should too. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. You get to visit other YouTube content creators and enter on their channels and be a semifinalist, and she's giving away bags and hooks and all kinds of goodies. Somebody else I'd like to shout out is somebody most of the crochet community probably already knows, and that's Granny D. Hey Granny, because I love her lives. I can usually catch her lives at 5 o'clock Eastern through parts of the week, and that's right as I'm getting done with work, so I can sit there and chit chat, and it's a bell ringing, hooting, hollering time. Always a lot of fun. You gotta love Granny D. She is just the best. Also, somebody else who is somebody just a totally different vein in what she does, and that's Natalie's Closet. She goes and reviews all kinds of small yarn shops. She travels to some, and others it's just online because it's too far for her to get to. Oh my gosh, she shows some of the most delicious yarn. It makes me wish I had all the money. Let's just say it, okay? Also, I think I'm getting a package from her. I won one of her giveaways. I can't wait to get it here and open it, like, in front of the camera. Now, as far as that goes, those are my shout outs for right now. I could shout out the whole world. This community is full of so many wonderful people. They make you feel welcomed in. It's a big community with a lot of different personalities and just lots of fun to be had, and lots of, you know, online friendship to be had too. Now, I do have some whips, works in progress, because you know we've all got those. Let me turn around here for a sec. The first one is one that I mentioned last week, and this is the blanket that I'm making for the hubs. No pattern. Yeah, newbie crocheter, no pattern. What could go wrong, right? But it's actually doing okay. I just don't work on it as often as I should, because I'm usually doing other things that are smaller to do, and then I work on this for a while because, hey, silly me, I'm doing this with a 5mm hook, 4-weight yarn, and doing just some single crochets and some joined double crochets based on a method that I learned from Kate at Bitch and Stitches, because she put up a tutorial and I went, that's brilliant. I've got to do that for this blanket, because the hubs doesn't want anything with any holes in it. You know, crochet can make a lot of holes if you make a big tall stitch. But this is all, oh, for Pete's sake, let me get the yarn. All of it is done with Big Twist. That's the Big Twist Value yarn. This is a red, which I forget the actual colorway, deep red, and there's a couple of different grays and a black, and these are just colors that he kind of likes together, and it makes kind of a manly looking blanket, don't you think? I'm liking the way it turns out. He likes when I work on it. He's like, oh yeah, that's my blanket. And I'm like, yeah, you might get it by next year, because I keep putting it down and working on other things like this. I am working on the Cardi Vest by Jean at On the Hook Crochet, because the way she does her patterns Doesn't matter if you're a plus size girl like me, you can still make it work for you because you measure yourself to make the pattern work. Let me get this out. Oh my goodness. This is done, and it's a very long piece because you're kind of doing the front and the back at the same time. It's all done in half double crochets, and she was using the latte cake, excuse me, to do hers. I didn't have a latte cake, but I did have some of this delicious yarn to work with. Here's the pink. It is Uptown Bulky, and my first yarn acquisition, and I don't even remember where I got it. I bought, because it was on clearance, 5 balls of this in this pretty pink color, 100% acrylic, made in Turkey, 5 bulky, and it's an anti-pilling, and it is so soft. It's a 6 super bulky, not a 5. I'm looking for the color name, and I'm just having a brain bubble here about the color name. Plum. This is Plum. And the other one, here's the ball band for the other one, it is Turquoise. Same stats on the rest, 100 grams in a ball. Each one has 87 yards, about 80 meters. And yeah, the pattern calls for a 5. I had that, so I decided to use it because you measure yourself anyway. This is pretty much exactly half done because it goes over your shoulder, except for the fact that I'm probably going to add the plum color as a border all the way around because I'll have enough. I'll be playing yarn chicken with the turquoise because I have 10 balls of that, and I have gone through my 5th ball, only has like a smidge left doing this halfway. So it's a good thing I decided to do my colors this way, just kind of evenly stripe it there. So I'm looking forward to having this done, so hopefully I can wear it before the temperature stays too hot here in North Georgia, because that's where I am, and I want to be able to wear a flippin' cardigan that I made. Those are my 2 current whips. I am working, I'm still doing the cowl with Pamela's Adoring Crochet for the towel toppers. And I might actually just make some honest-to-goodness towels myself now that I have all this cotton that I showed last week. Speaking of cotton that I showed last week, I do have some acquisitions. Not all yarn, believe it or not. I was good. I had to behave. Got a little basket here so I don't drop everything. I got some more buttons for doing those sorts of towel toppers and stuff. I like the really big buttons with the big eyelet holes there because you can use a big old yarn needle to sew through it and use your yarn. And I like to do that. I like to have the yarn in there and kind of showing off. I already have some bright multicolor ones. I needed some more black and some more white, and I didn't have any in the brown, so I picked those up. All these from Walmart. And I don't know why, but these were more expensive by about 20 cents. These were $1.97, and I believe that these were like $2.20 maybe. I don't remember exactly. I've slept since then. This was yesterday. I also picked up some liquid stitch. Now I know it's a little unconventional, but sometimes you get those weird ends that you know are going to fray, and it's on a garment that you're going to use or a blanket that's going to get thrown in the wash and stuff. Just a touch of that to tack in what you've weaved in just at the end or something, just to help it out. And the next item is something that goes with another item. Miss Linda Simpson, and I will link her channel down below too, started off her crochet life with really delicate itty bitty crochet thread, making blankets and doilies and everything you make with that. And I've looked at her doing stuff and other people doing this little lace doily work, and my grandmother used to do it. And I've never tried it. I've got big old hands and I figure it's going to be tough, but I bought a fat size ball of number 10 Red Heart Classic crochet thread and cotton. Yikes, this is tiny. Yeah. And the recommended hook size, according to this, oh, I saw it. It kind of made me flip out. A 1.5 millimeter. Do you see these? These mean that my eyes are old. I don't see so well. But I got a set of itty bitty teeny weeny hooks. Starting with a 1.3 millimeter and going up to a 3.25. Y'all, that 1.3 millimeter, it's so small. I may have to go to a bigger hook size and just play, because I don't know if it'll focus on that. Yeah, it won't, because it's so blasted small. That's tiny. And like I said, I've got big hands. As it is, my regular crochet hook rests down here because I've got big old hands to crochet with. So, you know, figure something out. It'll either work or it won't. And I figure it was a lot cheaper to buy this big one than to buy a small one and need more later. This was, like twice as much thread, but for only half as much more in price. I don't remember the price, but it wasn't bad. Again, at Walmart. Went to Walmart last night. We went to a Walmart that we don't usually go to because it's the other direction and it's 10 miles further. It's not that far to go down there. It's in a town called Commerce, Georgia. Excuse me. Commerce, Georgia has a bunch of outlet malls and stuff, so there's just more down there. But we went down there just because the hubs wanted to go walking around a little bit. So we like to go to a store. He gets his cane and we walk some. And so, well, let's go to that one because it was nice out. It was so warm. We put the sunroof open and rode all the way down there with the sunroof open. Had music playing. We're singing along, which is why my throat's a little raw today because I don't do that very much anymore. But yeah, nice little fun ride down. We did that. We were going to go and grab a bite to eat afterwards because the restaurants are pretty much open around here. We double mask going anywhere, to any stores or anything. But as long as they have the restaurant set up where you're kind of sitting away from the people and all the employees are wearing masks, we felt pretty safe going out every now and then. We were going to go to Sonny's Barbecue because we hadn't been there in a million years. But they closed at 9, and that's just when we were heading down there. We're like, well, poo. A place that was still open that was right across the street was Firehouse Subs. I hadn't been to one of those in quite a while. And that had actually been built and put there since the last time I spent any time in Commerce. It tells you how infrequently I go down there anymore. We each had a sub. Pretty good. I decided to have their meatball sub. He had the steamer, the something or other, but no mustard. He's allergic to mustard. It was good. We rode back. I started falling asleep on my way back because it was a long day. I get up for work usually at 6 in the morning, and I was working from 7 to 6. My overtime got cut some, so it's only 7 to 5 now. Yay for cut overtime because there's more time to do stuff, but then it reduces the paycheck. So, that's the life part there. Life and stuff. So this is going to be crochet life and stuff. There's always a lot of stuff going on in the world. Now, make sure I didn't miss anything on my notes. No, I really didn't. Except one thing. I've had a lot of new subscribers, and I really appreciate everybody on the lives because you ask for your link to get dropped, they drop it, and people come and join the fam. And when I get to 100, I'll do some kind of giveaway. I never thought I'd have that many subscribers. I had a lot of old videos that I did 3 or 4 years ago, and yes, old videos from somebody who's 50. It's like, okay, whatever. But it was 3 or 4 years ago, and I did videos about a bunch of different topics. You can check them out if you want. There is less of me. This year in quarantine has not done me any favors in the fat chick department. But hey, whatever. So tell a friend. Join me again. I'm going to try to do this once a week. Uploading is going to be a trip because, like I said, the laptop is dead. The laptop is dead. Long live the laptop. Thanks for coming by, all. Like and comment on your way out, and tell a friend. We'll see you next time. Bye.